Good afternoon. Thank you very much, Chair. Digitalization has changed our lives, creating new opportunities, plenty of labor market opportunities, and striving for gender balance in the digital sector is utmost important, not only for the European economy, but also a matter of plain justice for all the talent women and girls that follow the STEM and ICT career. But the inequalities have been identified many years ago, and efforts have been made to lower the digital gap between men and women. However, as demonstrated by a recent study that FEMM committee has required and many other scientific studies, inequality persists in STEM and especially in ICT. The inequalities are higher in ICT than in other areas of STEM. There are several causes for that. Contributing for this reality. I would like to stress two. In the report I talked about more, but I would like here to stress two. In one hand, a number of cultural reasons that from the very beginning, young girls do not choose, they say that they don't like when they are grown up to go to an ICT profession. There is a publication that says that very young girls, they were inquired, and less than 3% expressed interest in working on ICT when they were adult. At the same time, we know that only 17% of ICT students in Europe are girls. So causes like are very diverse, like the stereotypes, lack of role models, the issues relate with the media, and some issues relate with education, both in school and even in the family, inside the family. Another point that I like to stress is the pipeline, the leaky pipeline, because we have less women enter the studies in ICT, and we have more abundant the ICT field, both in the students, so the scholar, they abandon the studies and go to another degrees, and also during their employment. So we have a more, it's a general phenomenon for women, the leaky pipeline is well known, but is more severe in ICT than in the other areas. So the draft report that I'm presenting here today to you addresses first, looks at the data, so the evidence, the data, and second, addresses the causes. What are the possible causes for this digital gender gap? And the third part, it indicates measures and actions by the form of recommendations, both for the European Commission, for the member states, and for the society in general, because there is a lot to be done by the society itself to promote women and girls' participation in the digital economy. And I structure these in several chapters. First, the education. I think the education is a very important topic on all these, and from all levels of education, starting with the very young, because it's when the girls are very young that they start to develop the taste and the choice of what they want to do and what they like to do through their careers until the postgraduate and the long life training. The second point is the employment, and everything, all the recommendations relate to employment. The third is the cultural, the media, and the audiovisual. The media and the audiovisual plays a very important role. There are very few women roles in ICT appearing in the media, appearing, for example, in series, and so all that has a lot of influence for the young girls. And the fourth chapter is the women participation in political world, in the civic and economic empowerment in the field of ICT. The report also addresses some more transversal issues like the data collection and the need to continue and improve the data collection, the emphasis on research on gender issues and the causes and the remedies for the gender gap in ICT. The Commission sponsors some of these research, but we want to increase that effort. And we also look at the external dimension of this problem, mainly in the developing policies with the cooperation of European Union with the developing countries. So to finalize, I think that in a very humble way, we have a good basis of work, and I look forward to work with all of you, mainly the shadow rapporteurs, but all the colleagues, to improve the report and to reach a robust and balanced text that will promotes the full integration of women and girls, that we attract more and the more girls for the ICT sector and they stay in the sector. All the linguistic versions will be available on the 18th of September. Now it's available in English. And I hope to receive your fruitful and important amendments until the 28th of September at noon. I would like to finish to thank, first I would like to thank my coordinator and vice coordinator in the EPP for entrusting me this work that I like very much. And I want to thank the fantastic support of all the staff, the EPP advisor Kasia, the secretariat Georgiana, and my parliamentary assistant Pedro Cruz. So thank you very much for your attention.